Oh, I start.
I mean, you can. Hi guys, my name is Kino and I'm here with the cast of
Chapter 2.
Super excited to have you guys here today. Can I start by getting some introductions?
So my name is Tashim. I'm the director and producer, and I also play the character Ramel.
My name is Tyel. I go by Snob, and I play Lucas.
What's up, y'all? My name is Fitzgerald, Fitz G, and I play the character of Ryan.
What's up, everybody? My name is Marcus, aka Spaz, and I play Evan.
What's up? My name is Caleb. I go by Papiano on Instagram. I am artist. I play, you know.
That was much better. That was so cute.
No, keep going. All right, just keep going. I'm gonna keep that.
Okay.
Yo, that is a funny thing. We gotta get like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, like you want to no, we're not cutting it out. Just get some questions.
Okay. So my first question is for Ty. What inspired this journey?
So what inspired this journey is, it wasn't even on my mood board. Originally, one of the producers from one of the shows I was on reached out to me, Rebel, who's also now my creative partner. He reached out to me to do this film, which was originally Confessions of a Broken Heart. And doing the film, we worked together, we collaborated, and I started seeing the things in my head come to life. And it just was inspiring. So it inspired me to continue to keep telling these important stories. So when we came to chapter 2, I wanted to bring more of my world into the character of Ramel. So what inspired this journey is moving forward. I think chapter 2 is a death of who I was.
I love that. That's very deep. Okay. So my next question is up for grabs. Was creating this project triggering for anyone?
I think for me, because a lot of people haven't, just on any platform seen me be vulnerable or see my personality for real, outside of me having fun. It was a little triggering because it was people got to see that side, so it was just damn if you do it, if you don't.
Yeah.
It's seeing a person, get to that level of, just anger, sadness, all types of stuff. Those are the emotions that people don't actually feel comfortable talking about or expressing or showing.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm not one of those people. I'd rather you see me happy than sad. Yeah, so it is a bit triggering, and I watch it. I'm like,
no, you almost made me cry.
Yeah, it was.
My next question is for Ty. Is there anyone that you regret casting?
No.
That's such a shady question.
No, honestly, there was absolutely nobody that I regret casting. I feel like this cast has been amazing. I've come across some of the most creative people. What a lot of people don't know is this entire film is through improv. So for these guys to be able to hear what I'm thinking in my head, and I tell them listen, this is what I think this scene is, and for them to just make it happen. These boys are amazing, and I cannot imagine anyone else.
I love that.
Amazing.
Okay, so my next question is a bit more serious, and this is a trigger warning for anyone that's watching, but do we have any domestic violence survivors?
I guess I will be one. It's not something I really talk about or shed light on, but I've experienced it. It's not something that's, something that anyone should experience or have to experience, but unfortunately it does happen. So my heart goes out to those that are still in those type of situations and trying to find a way out and can't. Just know there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely.
Love that.
And I think it was important for us, to piggyback what you were saying, I think it was important for us to showcase that in the film, because up until we started having conversations as a cast, I didn't see what Ramel and artist was doing as domestic violence. I thought it was just normal. So I think it's important for our culture, the gay culture, to know that just because you're two men, that you shouldn't get physical, you should be able to control yourselves. So I think the domestic violence in this film isn't so hard at you, but I think that's what's good about it.
Okay.
Violence is not the answer.
And to piggyback off of that, whether you gay, straight, purple,
Yes.
Right.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
But this is a gay, not a gay. Shut up.
My next question.
For me?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you feel like you learned more about yourself creating this project?
I felt like I opened myself up a lot more. A lot of people don't know, but I'm really like shy and timid. So like being around people that make me feel comfortable and be able to like, express myself and also like, laugh and things like that, it made me open to collaborating with other creatives as well. So yeah,
I love that. And first of all, I never got shy from you when I met you for the first time.
Really?
You were just like
I'm just
open.
like shaking right now. That being said,
My next question is for Caleb. In one word, how would you describe this project?
amazing. Talented. Great.
I was roller
Next.
coaster.
One more, I'm so sorry.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
And why I say that is because it was like, everybody got their own lives and stuff like that. We come from different places, and and just coming into this film, like you said, we were just kind of like it's built off an improv, so we're just kind of like coming in with emotions that we come in with, and then just channeling something else right then and there and snapping the finger. So it's like you have to feel this, you have to feel that, you have to feel this, and then we have to kind of adapt to the environment. Like we were in different sceneries, different places, working from our own materials. So
Yeah,
You guys did amazing.
you did. Just a pause to give the cast their flowers. You guys did amazing. This was beautiful.
Like this has been such a great.
I have a word for the film.
Yeah, I want everybody to actually answer that.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna say necessary.
Roller coaster necessary. Okay.
Yeah, I say necessary because for any young black gay male, even if you're not black and you're just looking for a depiction of yourself or your friends on the TV, this is that. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to reach the masses of letting people.
Sorry, can I pause real quick? Is that in the shot?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
Massive.
We're trying to reach the masses of our community to let people know that like there's more to life than just being hidden in the shadows because you feel like it's not safe for you to live out loud or do what it is that other heterosexual people do or thrive in different career fields. So I think this was very, very, very necessary to show a depiction of who we are and relate to who you are.
Love that. Roller coaster. Sorry.
Roller coaster necessary.
Roller coaster necessary.
For me, eye-opening because, like Finn said, there's not a lot of gay black depiction in media. We do have like certain shows like Noah's Ark and things like that, but it's not a lot. So I feel like for younger generations in our community to be able to see like black gay men being loved and experience what love is and
Yeah.
know what they don't want in love, it's really an eye-opener. Like it makes you look at things at another perspective.
I love that. I love everything that you guys do. Size, what's your word?
So my word would be unity. I think
Y'all picking some words. Guys.
I would say unity because I think kind of like translates to what everybody has said so far. But speaking to us coming together, me as a stranger to mostly everyone, and then becoming like unified into this project, and then the bonds that we created. And I think when people watch, there will be conversations and moments of unity that will happen, that will grow as people continue to speak about what this film is about and what they dissect from it.
Love that.
Oh, it's my go.
Yeah.
She said Okay. No, literally. Okay. What was it? It was necessary.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster unity. I would say what word I would describe this project. I would say growth. Honestly, I feel like within the group and within myself, I think when we started this project, it really was just kind of like it was on a whim. We didn't really know what we was really gonna do. We had some bad days, we had some good days, but to see everyone grow from who they was when I first met them and see the relationships grow, and even with the story, you guys definitely see the characters grow a lot. Their stories, where we left them last and where they are now, is really different, but it's still the same. But there's growth there, and to piggyback off this entire question, what I would want for the audience to do is to watch this film with clear eyes, and
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, they messed up my film. Yeah, but I would want the audience to watch. I mean, what I would want the audience to do is to watch this film with clear eyes and take in every single thing that you experience, whether it be the music, whether it be the outfits, whether it be every little thing, because every little thing with these characters are important, and I think that's extremely important.
I agree. I love everything you guys just said. My next question is for Spaz. What was your favorite part of creating this project?
My favorite part about creating this film, I think was meeting everyone. I think again, like being a stranger to mostly everyone, and kind of like having to jump into people's personalities right away, without any kind of warm up or any kind of prerequisites. It's like boom, and I like that. I like working and moving on a whim, and I've gotten to see people more emotional than I would have, I think, had I not known them prior to this film. So it allowed me to see people in different eyes in a quick amount of time.
Yeah.
So I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think everyone did a great job because we knew each other, but he didn't know
Yeah.
You didn't really know anybody. We met that day. He didn't know anybody, and then you only knew me.
You guys really like
yes, everyone bonded so well and so quickly. You guys did
So
a great
organically
job.
as well.
Yes.
My next question is for Fitz. Because you're into music, how did you like the soundtrack for the film?
Wait, pause. That's supposed to be Tashin's question.
It is that, no, his question is picking the music. How do you like, you know?
Oh, okay, bet.
Let's see if you listen to the music. I want to get the fire.
I personally enjoyed the selection. I feel like it definitely speaks to like the essence of the film itself. Each song that's selected and when it's played, it's very intentional. As a cast member, it resonates and the intention resonates. But as a viewer, it'll probably just seem like, oh, this makes sense, or the vibe matches.
Yeah.
So for me, I enjoy the intention and like knowing like. I guess once you watch the film and you get the gist of like what the film is actually about, and then you go and like listen to like the soundtrack that was chosen, you're like, okay, yeah. The songs itself, I feel like tell the story of the film without the picture, and then with the picture and the songs. You know what I mean? It just
They like,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. It blends very well.
Whoever picked.
Yeah,
I don't know who picked.
Where that
Whoever
We gotta find him.
So why filmmaking?
That's a good question. Actually, I know that answer. No, honestly, I decided to become a filmmaker, producer, whatever you want to call it, because I've been in a lot of spaces where I've known what was supposed to happen and I've known what we were supposed to do, and I've allowed myself to allow other people to make my dream happen. And when those people didn't fulfill those dreams, I would watch my dreams close. So I would always give myself to people, and then I would be at the front line, like, let's make this happen. And then when that door closed, it would close for me as well. So I was tired of helping people reach their own dreams, that I was like, okay, it's time for me to start telling stories that's about me, it's people like me. You know, I think what's beautiful about this film is these two characters are gay, but everyone else, you don't know if they're gay. You know what I mean? So you can relate to the film in so many ways. We're not talking about, there's no shade, because it's important in the community, but I wanted to tell stories that related to me. So my life isn't about, make sure you get prep, you know what I mean? A house mother, you know what I mean? Like, that's not everyone's story.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that I told stories that was for kids like me, that's just like going through life and, so.
No, I love that.
Yeah, filmmaking was just like, it's time for me to see myself. And when little boys like me grow up, they see themselves.
Alright, I love that.
Gonna get that Yeah. Wrap it up. Yes, wrap it up. But
This nigga got about getting fucked and beating out.
yes, like,
I'm on this
no
side,
shade.
but I'm like-
No shade. But I do think that's you know what I mean? Like, I think when I see a lot of gay films, they be dope, but then it'll lose me because they'll start telling a story that's not mine. So I was like, I never seen my story, and that with my friends, from my knowledge, you guys have similar stories. So I think it's just important.
Okay,
Shout out to the
my next question.
Shout out to Ruby inside.
Love.
Yeah, shout out to Beyonce. If you see this, girl, all I need is about $10,000. Real quick, I can make something happen. I can make something shake.
Flip that.
I can make something work.
Speak that 50.
Because y'all did that free before y'all go to free again. Which I want to say thank y'all so much.
The labor is cool, you know.
I just need one more, out of y'all, and then we good. One
Right.
more.
Then we'll be in Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah, that fourth one. That's my agent gonna call.
It's like, don't be
I'm
surprised.
like, girl, you ready? Like, here's the email
My
to my agent.
Give me my contract.
Oh my God.
On the dotted line. All right. Okay, so my next question is for Caleb. Because you had such an because your character played such an emotional and impactful role in this film, where did you pull that inspiration from?
I mean, for a very long time, I took like classes here and there and stuff like that for acting and stuff like that. So, and I'm a dancer. So it's like a lot of it was just being dramatic and also too, yeah, like that being like being sad and being mad and stuff like that. I accept all those emotions. So therefore, I have a lot of control over those emotions. So I can decide whether I want to be sad about it. I can decide whether I want to be happy about it. Whatever the case may be, but I can make it look like something. So shit, times that I'm sitting there trying to squeeze into hair, bitch, don't look like him. Keep that eye on.
Period.
But yeah, it's just channeling.
Which I do want to say, right, in the beginning process of this, when Rebel came to me and was like, listen, I want to tell this film, and we came up with the character artist, there was honestly nobody that I seen that wasn't Caleb. Like, I knew Caleb was going to be the artist, like, I knew he was going to do the role well, and he did the role amazing. Like, I want to say you are amazing. I cannot wait for the world to see you grow as an artist, and artist grows as a character. I get that.
Sidebar, she called me like I had black hair, like
Yeah,
you need to got your
yeah,
mom.
like I appreciate the chemistry between us is amazing. Like I really appreciate Caleb.
I love that.
Yes, I really do.
Okay. So, my next question is for the director. What reaction are you expecting from this project?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm expecting like Beyonce to call me. I'm expecting Tyler Perry, Issa Rae, Pete Palmer, BT, MTV, Jay-Z, anybody. No, I'm honestly expecting the audience to really take in the art. I don't have any expectations, but I just want people to take in the art because I think the story is really important. We touch on so many important topics, whether it be alcoholism, grief, domestic violence, mental health, and we touch on them very subtly because that's life, What I want people to know is that the character Ramel is bipolar because I'm bipolar, and you can't see it off rip, you know what I mean? If you pay attention and watch the film, you will see it. But I wanted it not to be so irrational because that's not my story. So I wanted people to see that there's different versions of it.
I love that.
So I just want the audience to just take it in.
Okay.
Don't watch it, just watch it. Like really take it.
My
If
next
you haven't already, go watch the
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now.
Broken Heart.
Yes.
Number one is
Did y'all watch it? No, I'm sorry.
I watched it twice.
No shit.
Period. My next question is for Fitz. Because you're a big brother in real life, how was playing this character for you?
Honestly, when I got the role as soon as I was told that I would be playing someone's big brother and the story behind it, it immediately was like, oh, this is easy. It'll be like talking to my little brother. If he's slacking on school and he's too focused on the wrong things, like it was like clockwork because I've always been the like father figure in my little brother's life, so it was easy for me to put that hat on and be like big brother mode. I loved it, honestly. Now I have a new little brother.
Yeah, that was good casting, right? It looked,
That
it
was
looked like,
perfect.
That was good casting. That was
So cute.
yeah, that was good casting.
Um,
Your shit.
Okay, so my gum is like almost flying out of my mouth. All right, so my next question is for the cast. Drinking can be fun, but sometimes there is a fine line between drinking and crossing the line. Drinking can be fun, but sometimes there is a fine line between drinking and crossing the line. When do you notice when crossing the line is too much?
like you're staring at me whenever you said that. So I'm just saying. But
Like, that was
I
pretty
know
sad.
whenever I feel like when I start to feel numb. Like when I feel nothing, that's when I know it's like, all right.
When you say you feel nothing, what does that
I feel
mean?
absolutely numb. Like, it's like I can go out and just be vicious as ever. You know what I'm saying? And not think about the people that I'm hurting. Or, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or just,
Got you.
you know, act irrational. You know what I'm saying? Just outside of my body. Or feeling sad. Or whatever. Because once I feel something outside of, you know, just who I really am. Because when I'm drunk, I'm still fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, trying to think, you know. I'm still fun, but you know what I'm saying? When I feel outside of that, and I feel like I need that to empower me,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's when you know this. Okay.
I also feel like that question can be perceived two different ways.
Okay.
Because when you asked the question, I instantly thought that you were asking as far as like the abuse of alcohol.
Yeah, I was.
like
So
the
that is a double-edged
repetition-
sword, that question.
Right.
Yeah.
The repetition of you, I guess, quote unquote, passing this limit when you're drinking, and every time you drink, you pass this limit. When does it become enough for you to realize, like, okay, drinking is a problem?
You have an actual problem.
Right.
Yeah.
I personally don't have this problem, or have an
We
experience.
don't
with it.
know.
I am a social drinker. I've lost my grandmother that I've never met to drinking. So it's something that I am very, very big on, making sure that I don't abuse it. So, you know, you just have to be mindful and have a lot of self-control when it comes to things like that. Because substance abuse is something that it's uncontrollable. Once you start, you don't know what it is that'll like trigger something in you to make you want to keep going or go more.
For sure.
No, you're fine. Okay. I think that this generation, we have a lot of functional alcoholics, and that's why I wanted to put that in the film, because I think we partyalize. Is that a word?
Party?
Yeah,
You just made it one.
I just, yeah,
It's a
we
word.
partyalize alcohol, you know what I mean? We like, you know, like we don't take it serious, you know what I mean? Like everyone feels like it's time to turn up and have a bottle, and alcoholism is running rampant in our generation. We have so many functional alcoholics. So I thought it was important to really touch on that topic because you guys need to know when to put the bottle down.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, for me, I grew up watching my uncle struggle with addiction, so
Oh, wow.
I'm really mindful when it comes
These
to like
jeans?
how many times I start to like consume, whether it's alcohol or even if I smoke weed or anything. Like I try to be mindful so that way it doesn't become an addiction for me. But I do love a glass of wine. I do love a margarita. I do love a lemon drop. But, you know, but yeah, I do think there is a limit, and when I feel like when other people start mentioning like, okay, it's time you take a break from this, I think you should be like, you know what, take that into consideration and be like, maybe I do need to like,
Instead of getting offended,
Right.
you hear what someone's saying
right,
to you. Yeah.
and listen to understand, not just listen to respond.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
I agree.
And I think to your point, for me, being someone who may have drank or may drink, not necessarily be around people. So sometimes you're not around people who know that you're drinking excessively. You cross that line. It gets to a point to where you have to think to yourself, like, why am I drinking? Why am I doing this? Sometimes you just go into the bathroom, like you had that moment you're drunk, you're looking at yourself in the mirror. It's like that little voice is like, okay, reel it in. What are you doing? I think at that moment, you start to question yourself. And how do you move forward with processing that information? How do you deal with it? I think is very important. Because these days, like they've mentioned, there's a lot of functioning alcoholics in our generations, and it just looks like we're lit. It looks like we're having a good time. We're just a party person when there is really serious issues. So also, if you're a friend of someone, you got to check on your people because you never know if they are dealing with something and they just let it down at the time.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that because in the film, you know, the main character, his friends, I don't think they seen him, not even his friends, I think everybody around him didn't see him for who he was. So he wasn't seeing the pain that he really was feeling, they were seeing the pain that they want him to feel. So it's really important, like you said, to check on your friends and to see them for who they are, not who you want them to be.
I agree.
Not even that, but to also piggyback on that because I think the characters are also looking at the pain that Ramel was inflicting onto artists instead of what is causing him
This
to,
pain,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because artist wasn't the best, you know what I mean? Like, every time we turn around, your back is to the door. You know what I mean?
It's no shade. It's like, you know, it's either fire.
I'm leaving them out, I'm just
You
saying.
pick me up and then it's a red flag.
No, it is. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. And if they are flight,
You know what?
No drinking and driving.
Yeah, he didn't drive.
We didn't say that.
He didn't drive.
Yeah, but passengers he drinking.
Yeah, he's a passenger. He takes the train.
okay, subway surfer.
He's always on the train. Now you even see that. You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, he loves the train.
Let him ride.
How much one on the train?
I spooked your teeth.
A long time ago.
Season 1.
That was season 1. Okay, so my next question is for time. Like I said earlier in the interview, it was such an amazing playlist. Where did you get your inspiration from picking the songs?
That's a great question. I feel like I'm not a writer. I'm definitely a non-traditional type of filmmaker. So I usually start the films with the music. So I'm able to tell the story through the music. So
Okay.
I knew how we ended the film the first time, the music that we used. So this one I wanted to feel a little bit more closer to our generation. So I wanted to put songs that it's not popular right now, but if we heard it, we would feel it. And I wanted songs that when the audience hears it again, they'll be like, oh, I remember when I watched Chapter 2, you know? The music is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, the music is amazing. I think the lyrics is amazing. I really want you guys to pay attention to the lyrics because there's a lot of foreshadowing in the lyrics. It's just a dope ass film. Dope ass playlist. And the playlist is out by the time this come out. Yes, the playlist is out for the film, so please go check that out. It is under Rebel Productions Chapter 2. So please check that out because I think you will fall in love with the music.
I love that. My next question, can we expect a chapter 3?
So I have two plans. I feel like if this film does well, which I pray it does do well. If this film does well, then I absolutely will continue the story between Ramel and Artist. I already have an outline of where we want these characters to go. And I think the way Chapter 2 ends, I think you guys will be extremely interested to see where these characters go next. But let's say that, the story ends here. I would love to start on a scripted show series. I would love to bring these amazing men back and these characters and kind of turn this film into something a lot long term. So I always want to stay in the world, but just depend on the audience.
Okay.
Y'all gonna get something. Y'all want.
Whether you're willing or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So in closing, I wanted to give everyone an opportunity to share any thoughts, any thanks, any appreciations, any flowers, just your closing thoughts. Is there anyone that has anything that they want to say?
I'll go first. I personally thank you, Tashin. Thank you to the man behind the camera, Rebel.
Hey, round of applause for Rebel.
Thank you, Thank you both for including us into your creative process, into your creative plans. It takes a lot to allow yourself to bring your walls down and share your vulnerable side, because that's what it is when you're putting your all into a project or creating anything artistically. So thank you for allowing us into that space, into your minds, and allowing us to bring your visions to life, and I look forward to what's to come.
Does anybody notice that the brothers have on the same glasses?
I was thinking that.
Isn't that crazy? I love it. That was perfect. No, it wasn't.
And I can see, so they don't nothing. But I got something to say too.
Okay, go for it.
And I appreciate everybody, but I appreciate y'all OZ because from the beginning, I'm very camera shy and I don't really like the way I look on camera. This time around, it's no motion, everything. I'm able to not only just feel comfortable but step outside of the box. You come and making sure I'm good, my set is right, my lips ain't dry because no shade, and the bitches out here don't look. So yeah,
I make sure y'all
I love
good.
y'all. And I love y'all. OT.
I love you too.
Yeah, for me, it's no tea, no shade, but I've been following Tashin on Instagram for 3 years now. And one day I just see him say something about the film, and I actually after I watched it, for the second time, I see him say something about it, and I was like, "Are you doing a part 2? I want to be in it." And then like suddenly like the next week he was starting to film it. So I just want to say thank you, Tashi. I want to say thank you everyone for being amazing people, and Rebel, thank you for just being an amazing camera guy. You know the man kind of camera that you are. Yeah.
So I guess I'll say something. Given what everybody else said, I guess I want to say thank you to Rebel for picking me to be a part of this. My story is a little different. I didn't know anyone. I knew Rebel. So Rebel brought me into this, but I'm so grateful and thankful, and my cup running over with joy to be a part of this and be a group of amazing, talented Black individuals, Black queer individuals, and I'm just excited for what you have to offer with this project and whatever else that you do, and I just hope one day to be able to see it. So thank you. I will say.
Say, well, one, thank you to Rebel. I honestly would have never been able to do this film without Rebel. This was Rebel's idea from the beginning, and Rebel was my first yes in this field, and it's been an amazing yes. So I'm excited for our, partnership and our brotherhood. It's been such an easy process. I want to say thank you to the cast. You guys have made this extremely easy. When I tell you guys I didn't have to babysit them, I mean, with arriving on time, I did. But besides that, they got to, together really well. I told them one thing, they got it done. You guys honestly have been amazing. I see you guys in such different ways. I tell, all of you guys personally and separately that you guys inspire me, just the way you guys jumped into this without knowing each other or without knowing me, Technically Psycho, and just gave your all to this. I really appreciate you guys. So thank you guys so much.
Well, I guess I'll say something too. I want to say thank you to Tasheen because this is your project, and I love what you're doing. I think this is amazing. I've known you, but I haven't known you. 1, 2, 3. Chapter 2.